Today we're at the garlic farm, and it's a remarkable thing, the garlic farm. Millions of ways to use garlic, but what we're doing here tonight is ghosts and garlic, something that's a new idea for me. It's looking at the way of a spooky area, I don't have a better way to describe it, called Knighton Gorge. There's going to be a talk by a guy called Mark Tuckey, who I'm just about to meet. But first of all, we're going to have some great food. I've eaten at the garlic farm before, and they do great food here. Then we're going to go on a walk, probably when it's getting a little bit dark, and then we're going to go and experience something quite extraordinary, I think. So let's go along and have a look. We'll go and meet Mark. I've got to say that, for me, the idea of the spirit world isn't something I'm totally convinced about. But I think, I'm open to anything. I'll have a listen, have a look, and we'll see how we work out with it. Mark, hi. Simon.
Hello, Simon. Pleased to meet you. Hi.
My Isle of Wight.
All right. Wonderful.
Yeah, we're looking forward to this tonight.
Oh, we're so excited about it. Here we are at the Garlic Farm restaurant. We're going to have a lovely, lovely meal.
Is it your first one here?
No. We've done several here, and they're very, very popular indeed.
Yeah, I know. I've seen your name everywhere. You are Ghostmeister.
It's Mr. Ghostman, yes. No, we're looking forward to a great evening this evening. We're going to have a nice meal, and during that meal I shall talk about the history of the site we're going down to.
Okay.
This is a rare opportunity, and the history is just unbelievable. I brought my medium along, Sarah, who will give her impressions.
Okay.
But it's an evening that everyone wants to get involved with. So we're asking people how they feel when they're on the site. Do they feel friendly or hostile, warm or cold? It doesn't matter what they feel, as long as they say it. Sometimes it all falls into place and makes sense.
So have you got to sort of pick up antennas or just be conscious about
Be
yourself?
sensitive.
Okay.
Just be sensitive. You don't have to be a medium, but just have some sensitivity, and you will pick up on things.
I've never been on something like
the
this.
history,
so
though,
really
is you'll love it.
Yeah.
You'll love it.
Okay.
We're going to do a few experiments while we're down there.
Okay.
Which we'll explain when we get down there.
Right.
All right.
I love the mystery.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of these people don't know exactly what the evening's about, and they're all anticipating it with a great relish.
Okay. Good. Well, lead on.
Thank you. Welcome to another evening of Garlic and Ghosts. It's a lovely setting here at the Garlic Farm restaurant, and I'm looking forward to a lovely meal. We're then going to gently walk across the fields, if I don't lose my way.
People are gathering down here. The excitement is high. Mark Tuckey's presentation was really good. He's a great dramatist. He really expresses the stories well, gets people excited, and there certainly is a buzz. People open, prepared to be excited and shocked, possibly. I don't know. One of the guys that was on the table with me, Steve, has volunteered or been volunteered to be put in the portal. Now, what I haven't quite worked out is what the portal goes to, because portals obviously go somewhere. But yeah, there's what you can see down here. Lots of people. It should be interesting. Going off road. Stings galore. I tell you what's been interesting with this is talking to people. I mean, the thing for me, it feels like
This is all part of the
spiritual things. People feed off one thing and it fulfills the prophecy of what they've said before. But speaking to a number of people, there seems to be an independence between their experiences and then it being confirmed by a spiritual person. So that's been surprising for me.
Come along, children, this way. They had a payphone installed outside this house because they were so sick and fed up of people breaking down next door at Knighton Gorges, losing power in their car, and knocking on the door saying, can we phone for, help? And they got so fed up with all the cars and all the people doing that, they actually put a payphone in the lobby there for people to use. That's how frequent things were happening down at the site.
One thing that's coming up a lot is about battery failure. around the portal, the entrance to Knighton Gorges. And I'm on a little bit of battery here. We got one bar down. I don't know what's going to happen to the cameras or the lighting or the sound, but there's been a lot of talk. I mean, Mark Tuckey was saying earlier about a payphone being installed here because it happens so often. So let's see what happens with people's their batteries, and I don't know. The anticipation is certainly building. It's interesting.
All right.
The last owner of the little cottage was a little old lady, and she had 100 cats living here. And here you are. Here is the entrance to it. There's one of the windows.
Well, this is the entrance to the abandoned cottage. Should we go and have a little look? I don't know. It's certainly got a spooky entrance.
It's getting a bit Blair Witchy.
It is Blair Witch, isn't it? I mean, there is that thing of creeping around an abandoned house, which can't help but be freaky, is there? And this is the cynical side of me, just thinking that this is preparation for future scares, or I don't know, softening people up. I don't know, but I'm not feeling freaked out yet. But creeping around a house is strange. But did you have a look at that bath? It's absolutely disgusting.
Oh yeah. That is pretty grim. What is it? It's just
Walking around, casting a light around, shadows dance around, which I just did get a little bit spooked in there. But that's just me being your brain fills stuff in, doesn't it? So yeah, still not fully convinced. Something I've just been told I hadn't heard before was cats never live where ghosts are. It hasn't been checked out, but that's somebody just told me. She's pretty convinced about it. So her theory was that building wasn't haunted because there were cats living there. We heard there was maybe 100 cats living there.
Gentlemen, there is
Mark's just handed over to Sarah to give us an introduction to our first ghost.
And would have gone through there. The fencing there is not how it should be, or not how I see it. And this is what I call a ghost. This is timeline, so this is just a loop that carries on and on and on. It's not interactive, it's not somebody that I would stand and talk to, but it's on a timeline. So you would see this every day. It's the same story going over and over again. He's going for his normal walk. The atmospheric changes here are quite strong, so when you walk through...
So ghosts are locked in a sort of purgatory, that's going round over and over. But spirits, if you're sensitive, you can interact with.
Would kind of, if you can, just have a little walk across and walk back and then take your photographs.
Come across, take your photographs.
But this is, like I said, this is your classic ghost rather than a spirit. What you got?
Oh my word, look at that!
Wow! We normally get them right the way through.
That is unbelievable!
What do you think is that? What is it then? How do you explain it? Or is it energy, or what is it?
I haven't got a clue. I
just took a photo.
Yeah. Now my spine's tingling. But
right, I mean that's it's definitely just can't deny there's something there. This is Sarah connecting people through to the spirit world.
I'd also like, where's the man that's with the cameraman?
The man with the cameraman.
Yeah. Hello, him. And
are we allowed to hear what you say?
I'm just asking him to take a nice deep breath in. It's not going to relax him if I'm shouting.
There's a breath in and a breath out.
But I'm going to take him out. I'm going to give everybody a little go.
Eyes closed. And my legs did feel different and I felt lightheaded. But what was interesting there was the transfer of energy. Without touching me, you just put her hands by my hands. And it certainly felt different. You felt a force of some sort. Now, how much of it is you persuading yourself that there's that, or being lightheaded from taking a breath in? I don't know. It's interesting, and it's entertaining. It's interesting. It's definitely worth experiencing. Yeah. I feel placid. I feel placid at the moment. So that can't be a bad thing, can it? Back at the garlic farm, the assembled throngs are making their way home. It's about 11 o'clock. It's fully dark now. And I guess we had a little think about what the event was like, how it all came together. Great food started it. Build-up was done well with Mark Tuckey. And then there was the walk, very pleasant walk, lovely scenery, looked very beautiful. And then we came across the cottage and the build-up. I mean, we know we've got video footage of going into the cottage and that kind of stuff. And the excitement built, the tension built. It's probably a tension more than excitement, I think. And by the time we got to the gate posts around that area, it was at the most heightened. I think the summary is that people had an entertaining evening. Some people went away with more than just the entertainment, but it's definitely worth trying and experiencing, and maybe you will feel different. Thanks a lot.